Hi, and welcome to the Divinely Inspired Woman podcast. I am your host, Patricia Hopkins. I am a modern mystic, and I am here to share with you the beautiful wisdom and stories from women that desire to lead their lives inspired by the divine within them. The divinely inspired woman is devoted to walking the path of her soul's calling, tuning into the divinity within to navigate life with ease and grace through all circumstances. She cultivates beauty in her daily life. She is here to share the most authentic self each day through thick and thin. So I hope you'll enjoy our show today and that you will leave with an infusion of inspiration for your soul and for your day and living your life. I need to start. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Divinely Inspired Woman podcast. I'm Patricia Hopkins, your host, and today I have a beautiful guest with me, Areena, and she's going to be sharing with us today a little bit about herself and the wisdom that she carries through the world as a sovereign being and a woman who lives in sacred union in her own heart. And I'll tell you a little bit more about her, but just give her a moment to say hello.
Hello, everyone. And yeah, I'm very honored to be here and excited to share whatever comes through today with
Yeah,
you all.
yeah, beautiful. So, Areena is the founder of Soulful Healing Journey. This is a somatic hypnotherapist practice. She's also an intuitive counselor, a family constellation practitioner, a Reiki master teacher, and trauma therapist, certified in compassionate inquiry with Dr. Gabor Maté. Is that how you say his last name? Maté?
Yes, Gabor Maté, yes.
Yeah, Gabor Maté. For over a decade, she has guided people through deep transformation, helping them heal trauma and dissolve old patterns and reconnect with the peace and clarity within themselves. Her technique combines science and spirituality for holistic healing. So I know you have a lot of wisdom, like an ancient wisdom that comes through you from maybe many lifetimes of mastery. But tell us a little bit about what is your journey been in this lifetime?
Yeah, where do I start? So, how I even got into doing what I do, my service, it really started me wanting to heal myself and understand my patterns in relationships because I could
Mm-hmm.
clearly see the patterns that I kept going into the relationship would be like long distance, it wouldn't work. And, my parents separated finally when I was 24, but there was already a lot of chaos since I was 12. And I was sent to boarding school at the age of 5.
Mm.
Yes. So it's during a very deep meditation, I met my inner child and I saw my 5 years old. And, your parents are your first love.
Mm.
So, since love was distant because I was far away from them,
Mm-hmm.
my inner child has this belief system that love is distant.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting. Yes.
And so so whatever is unresolved in your childhood, you're trying to resolve it in your adulthood and also in your romantic relationships and even different. It can also be in your friendship or with your workplace. It can play out in any kind of relationship, but mostly you feel this the strongest or the biggest lesson that you learn is usually in the romantic relationship.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so from then I started to, okay, there's something with the subconscious mind that I
Mm.
need to work on, because you can't just talk about your issues. It doesn't go away because
Right.
that's the conscious mind. So we need to work with the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 27, I would say Reiki found me. I didn't go looking for Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even know what it is. And somebody was practicing. She needed a guinea pig, so I went in. And yeah, the first session was just very relaxing. In the second session, she sparked something within me. She said she she wants to be a Reiki master, and she wants to go and practice this in Croatia on the beach. And so she,
Mm.
had this whole very beautiful picture painted. And that sparked that thing in me that I really want to also do something that is, being in service, but at the same time, I have
Mm-hmm.
the freedom to be anywhere, the freedom to, yeah, just have this freedom. And that really got me first to start learning about Reiki. But I took my time because I wasn't planning to do this professionally, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned since the beginning, it was more me going into wanting to heal my patterns. And so one thing led to the other, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And before I even discovered Reiki, since the age of 15, that's when my mother got me my first tarot deck.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So I started reading intuitively since I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then only later when I started Reiki, and then I started to combine Reiki with tarot reading, and as I started practicing Reiki, and then I would sometimes like find, oh, some people are very analytical, they're very logical, they can't really go into the subconscious just like
Mm-hmm.
that. And so for me, it's always like, what's, what else can I do to really help this person? So that then got me into hypnotherapy. Yeah,
Okay.
yes. And then from hypnotherapy, then and with this now it's being more accepted, but Reiki, tarot, energy healing, the priestess path, people
Mm-hmm.
still don't widely accept and think it's woo-woo.
Right. I know. I know.
you And I really questioned myself at one point, like, because I can see the impact it makes on people. And I started to question myself, like, do I really need to go back to school and study psychology, you know, just to
Mm-hmm.
get that accreditation?
Right.
But I got a sign very clearly, through I was doing a past life regression.
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to my guides, and it was a clear no, you know. And then also I would hear from other people like, don't waste, like psychologists, you know, like don't
Uh-huh.
waste your time. I have clients that are psychologists, psychiatrists, and they
Mm-hmm.
would say, wow, what you're doing is would takes us so many years, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was already like a confirmation. So confirmation from the spirit, and then confirmation, you know, with the
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
in reality here. And so yeah, I decided not to, but and then I found Dr. Gabor Mate. I watched
Mm.
his documentary, The Wisdom of Trauma. And as a physician, he's talking about body work, energy work, hypnosis,
Mm-hmm.
plant medicine. And I was like, who is this doctor? I want to study with him.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
And it just, I Googled him, I found the course, and I just signed up for it. And yeah, it's really been like one of the best thing I ever did, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
later, uh, towards like in today's session, I will also guide um, all of you. So I will guide you, and you know, people
Mm-hmm.
who are
Mm-hmm.
listening, watching, can also follow along, which is the compassionate inquiry. It's something, it's so easy, but it's also not so easy for people to sit with their feelings and emotions,
Right.
right?
Right.
But that, how can you sit with it with compassion
Mm-hmm. With
and not
compassion.
judging, not trying to push it away? Because our anxiety is basically your little inner child that just wants to be seen and heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's very powerful. And I love how, well, this is the podcast, The Divinely Inspired Women. I love how you followed your guidance, your higher self, the guidance that came through. And is that a way that you've always lived your life? It's just from that place
I would
of
say
knowing.
so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since being in, I remember now it's come, like since I was in boarding school, whenever there was a problem, you know, because we were in dorms and
Mm-hmm.
it's an all-girls school, when there was some problems with between any people, I would just, I don't know, I was pretending or not pretending, but I would be like, I have the answer. And
Oh,
I
wow.
would put a blanket over me, and I would like, I'm going to channel here.
I love that.
And I would be like
Amazing.
just saying things, you know. So yeah, I would say since very young. And you know, I grew up also in a house that had spirit
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and dark spirit. And only later
Mm.
we discovered there was a graveyard under the house, and we actually had to move.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So I
Wow.
think then at one point I did, you know, block my third eye. And only when I turned 15, when I got the tarot card, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when I really went into the bookstore. Back then there was no, you know, you can't really, there's not so much information. So yeah, I would go to the library and get books on occult and new age and just self-study, you know.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
can definitely relate to that. I think
Yeah.
I started a little bit later than you did, but I grew up in a very, very religious home and none of that was allowed. And
Yeah.
so when I was probably in my 30s,
Yeah.
it all just flooded through
Mm.
me.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and then my world just opened up to a whole new way. And I feel like
Mhm.
you have just been living that way your entire life, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's amazing to me. And I wonder if there's something that you can share with people who, are listening to this call who maybe have struggled with opening up to that
Yeah.
higher access, that wisdom. outside of
Mm,
books, because, a lot of people are that listen in, they have a strong background in both, in science or in spirituality or, the
mm,
metaphysical world, like, and then there's others who only have one or the other. So is there anything
mhm.
that you could share about how that sacred union of those two things balances within you?
Yeah. So yeah, it's again now, whatever this is why more and more doctors are also talking about
Right.
body work, energy work,
Mm-hmm.
plant medicine.
Mm-hmm.
These are all ancient. You cannot disconnect from that. And I think that's the thing. When we disconnect from that part of us, we become, because we are part of nature.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So and if we disconnect from that, we feel disconnected, and then we are so in the head, and we forget about all the root chakras and
Mm-hmm.
the lower energy. We still need to ground ourselves here, not just, the Western medicine is only working with the mind,
Right.
but it needs to be mind and body connection. You can't just do either or.
Yes.
And
Love
it's
that.
already proven, like, trauma is stored in the body. That's why you have all these sensations when you are anxious, your heart is palpitating, you have sweaty
Mm-hmm.
hands, you know and the more you suppress this emotions inside of you, it turns into chronic pain. And
Yeah.
then from chronic pain, it can turn into illness,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's really now it's actually becoming more and more accepted, you know. But
Yes.
for people, okay, who are still, like, maybe afraid of um showing that side of them, was is that the question you want to
Yeah, right.
want
How
to
to just allow yourself the freedom to open up to something like
Mhm.
something different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really about coming back and trusting. I also, with my own journey, and also as a teacher, because I teach Reiki, I
Mm-hmm.
will always tell my student as well, you will find
Mm,
your own way of your own essence of, yes, people can be doing the same thing, but how you share it will only be the unique to you,
yes.
you know. And I've had also where I had to let go of teachers because
Mm-hmm.
they were so like, you have to do it
Do
this
it
way,
this
this way,
way.
this way.
Yeah.
But for me, I always come back to myself, my higher self, and check in. This is why I feel like having a deep self connection with your higher self is very important.
Yeah.
This itself will make you feel more confident and not doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You will not doubt, because if you're so deeply connected with yourself and taking the time to connect with your higher self, either through meditation or journaling or just being present, right? You can go for a
Mm-hmm.
walk, but
Mm-hmm.
being present, you are connected to your higher self. And that's when, inspiration, where does the word inspiration come from? In spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's where the inspiration starts to flow. Then you feel very, like, again, this is why the root chakra is important. We need to be connected,
Yes.
because the
Mm-hmm.
root chakra is all about safety, security. So when you
Mm-hmm.
feel safe and secure, then you can feel confident, and then you can feel, then it comes to your heart is opening, then your throat, then you feel safe to also express your authentic self. And yes, of course, like, Gabor Maté always says, when you become your authentic self, you will also lose some people.
Yes.
But what's more important? not being able to be yourself, or losing people who didn't really care about you in the first place.
Yeah. That's
That's the choice you have to make. In the end, we all have a choice, you know, and you will meet aligned people who
mm-hmm.
are also uh, maybe on this path. They don't have to be doing the same thing, like us.
Mm-hmm.
We share our gift in our own ways,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we also share a common um, value of,
A value. Beautiful.
yeah.
Thank you. I I love how you expressed to me it was like that's that sovereign self, right? That connecting
Mm,
to your essence, like being fully
yeah.
in and connecting to who you are.
Yes.
And then from that place, the world opens up in a different way. And like,
Yeah, and it's true that I've seen this also with my students when when you're going through this dark night of the soul, or you're going through
mhm.
this spiritual awakening, it can feel very lonely,
Yes.
you know. But this is why they are spiritual communities you can reach out to.
Hmm.
So you
That's
don't actually have to uh, go through it all by yourself.
that's so true because I remember probably I don't know when it was when was going through my spiritual awakening, I mean, a couple 15, 20 years ago or something, there was not a lot of
Mm,
access to, like with the when the web opened up, that
yes.
was when I was like, wow, there are a lot of people who are aligned with how I
Yes.
feel called. And that changed my life. So yeah, I think there are beautiful communities. So you don't have to be alone in that
Yes.
process. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one last thing before we kind of drop in and experience
Mm,
the practice or the process you want to take us through. I have this body of work called The Voices of Gaia, and they're archetypes that I use to support people to embody their sovereignty. And the one I think that you felt aligned with was the alchemist. And
mm.
so that I really feel that in you as well. It's like rewiring the brain, right? So it's
Yes.
not leading from that place of sovereignty in your heart and fully rooted into the earth. What does alchemist mean to you, though? How does
Hmm.
that how does that fit into
Yeah.
your work?
As I feel like a magician,
Mm.
when
Yes.
I'm doing my work. Yeah, like sometimes, especially when I'm doing energy work, it will just come through me, right? Maybe I'm
Hmm.
doing something with my hands, maybe I'm clicking, I'm using sound, or just channeling all the time. Like as
Hmm.
soon as I drop in, my guides are already speaking through me. I can immediately tap into the timeline. When did this trauma started? What happened? You know, so it's it's a visual feeling, that sense of knowing. So all the senses opens up, and this, yeah, it's like this transformation happening during the
Hmm.
session itself, you
The
know.
alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, like people feel the shift in the body immediately, like, oh, from tightness, suddenly I feel more relaxed, or, sometimes, and this is what I'm going to guide you, like sometimes, because these parts of you, they just wants to be seen and heard.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes we
true.
don't need to even go deep into where it started. Just you're able to give space to it, it
Hmm.
shifts.
Hmm.
Suddenly that pain is gone. And that's yeah, it can be like magic.
It is like magic.
It is
You're very
magic.
magical. Well, on that note, would you be open to sharing some of your magic with us now?
Absolutely,
Mhm.
I would
Thank you.
love to. So if I can invite you to Yeah, if you feel safe to close your eyes, if not, just gaze down and really feeling your feet firmly on the ground, feeling the support of the chair or whatever you're sitting on, the cushion, couch, your bed, just feeling the support beneath you. Taking a deep breath in, exhale, and now really starting to scan your body from head to toe and just noticing what's present in your body right now. Is there any tension, tightness, heaviness, pain? Or maybe you feel an emotion, maybe there's sadness, anger, whatever is present, letting all the emotions and sensation, letting them know that you are welcome here. And wherever you feel that emotion or sensation, if it's possible, you can place your hand on that part of your body just to anchor and connect with that part of you. Mm, yeah. And just letting the sensation in this part of you or this emotion, letting it know, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. Not judging it, not rejecting it, just observing it like you're observing another part of you with compassion in silence for a moment. And now imagine if this sensation or emotion, if it can speak to you, if it has words, if it has a voice, what is it trying to tell you? What does it need? You can ask it with kindness, with compassion. What is it that you need or want? And 3, going even deeper. 2, trusting the answer. And 1, see or feel, experience the answer right in front of you now. Maybe you see it, maybe it's just a feeling. Trust whatever comes. Then imagine yourself being able to gift this part of you what it needs, what it wants. Maybe you're not able to act on it immediately. Just use your visualization. And just notice if there is any shift. Hmm. Yeah, and just taking a moment to say thank you to this part of you for letting you know what it needs, what it wants. And then when you're ready, you can, with a smile on your face, you can open your eyes, coming back to the present. How does
Thank
that
you.
feel?
That was amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah,
like to share what came up?
sure. Um,
Mhm.
so what I received was so I always have a lot of tension here in my neck.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what that part of my body told me is that I can I can drop back now and not strain to see. And like I
Yes.
felt my third eye just like opened. Like I think there was a part that was blocked right here still. And it was just
Mm.
like, just let yourself see. You don't have to strain to see the path ahead anymore. It's like just
Yeah.
opening, which is really a
Yeah.
relief for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
thank you. It's like just
Thank you
trust,
for sharing.
open. That
Yeah.
was amazing. You
Thank
are a
you for
magician.
sharing. Wow.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
oh wow. And how was that for you doing that?
Yeah,
Um,
it's very intuitive, and normally um we could even go deeper, and if you want to do this yourself later, you can
mhm,
even, it's like I said, it's not always necessary that you always have to drop into, oh, when was the first time this
right.
happened?
Mhm,
It's not necessary. Like in your case just now, that's a great example of like you gave space to this sensation and it answered you, it spoke to you, and that's it. It shifted, you
yeah.
know. But let's say there's something deeper
Uh-huh.
and you want to go deeper. You can stay with it longer and ask, is this sensation or emotion familiar to me? Have I
Mm-hmm.
ever felt this before? And if yes, when was the very first time I felt it? You know, or you can even ask, how old are you?
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly maybe an age comes up, maybe a memory comes up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I really feel like your work is holding that space for people to feel safe in that opening and the alchemy that you create, helping to recalibrate them to that as
Yes,
so yeah. Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Because before we go into, normally I would, so not everybody I would just ask to immediately drop.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, so that's why sometimes I use hypnosis. That's why I have different, so all
Tools.
these tools, all these knowledge I have, these are my tools,
Your
right?
allies. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can use, oh, I need to throw in family constellation right now. Oh, I need to do hypnosis right now, or I need to do some energy work right now. So it's really, there's no script,
Yes.
right? In the end, you have to use your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true alchemist. So how can people learn more about your work or reach out and get in touch with you?
Yes, so I have my website, soulfulhealingjourney.com.
Okay.
And
I'll make
also my
sure that's
Instagram is Healing Journey. So I'm very active on Instagram, and everything is, all the information is on my website.
okay.
Um, yeah, and so I usually update every events. Like on the 19th December, I'm doing the manifestation. So we're going to reflect on the year, the snake
Mm,
year that has been a lot of shedding for all of
right.
us, a lot of
Yes.
releasing, letting go, shedding. It's been intense. And next year we're moving into horse year. So it's all about
Thank goodness.
taking action. Yes. And it's the year of number one next year. So
Yes.
2026, this year is like number nine. It's completion, end of the
Hmm.
cycle. So yeah, we will do, I'm going to guide through hypnosis and
Beautiful.
journaling. And so yeah, basically working with the subconscious so that you can really be clear on what you really want to manifest and actually
Okay.
also have grounding actions to take. Yes.
Beautiful. Well, I will make sure that I get those links and all that information in the description of this episode so that people can connect with you. And
Thank you.
I'm just so honored to have you here today, and it's just been
Mm.
a delight. And is there one last little pearl of wisdom in closing that you'd like to express to the
Mm.
watchers, listeners?
Believe in yourself.
Mm, mm. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Believe in yourself. This is the most important thing I have learned, you know. Yeah. It's to believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that and for taking time. You know that the two of us are 14 hours apart in time zone,
Yeah.
and this just needed to happen, and I'm so grateful for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's divinely planned.
Divinely planned.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
everybody
you
for
so much.
tuning in. Yeah, thank you, Areena. And believe in yourself, as she said, and stay divinely inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Much love, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Divinely Inspired Woman. Again, I am your host, Patricia Wald Hopkins, and I am so glad that you joined us here today. I hope you left with some soul food to inspire your daily life. And if you would like to learn more about my work, please check out my website, patriciawaldhopkins.com, and you can find out more about my divinely inspired practice and tools. So, thank you again. Have a beautiful day. Hello, and welcome to the Voices of Gaia project. My name is Patricia Wald Hopkins, and I have a very special offer going on right now. For those of you that may be new to my work, I have this beautiful 12-day radiance journey that is the path of the white lioness and her sovereignty in her heart of sacred union that takes you through the Voices of Gaia archetypes, the 8 archetypes of New Earth leadership, of the expression of the sovereign self of the white lioness in your womb as she steps out into the world each day. And with each pass through the cycle of the 8 archetypes, she refines her expression, her authentic voice, her authentic leadership. And right now, there is a self-paced journey available, and you can do it in 12 days, and it's quite beautiful, but you can also take the time you need. And so that offering will be shared in the comments of this episode. You can also visit patriciawaldhopkins.com, and you can find that offer there and learn more about the work. And coming in 2026, in the spring, I will be offering a group journey, a live version that I did this past fall. That was wonderful. So I hope that you will tune in and see if your soul is a yes. I would love for you to experience this radiance journey. Just blossom into your full radiance of authentic expression as a new earth leader. Much love.